Hello. Welcome to. I don't know what's going on. There we go. There's a layout.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Thankful Thursday.
Happy Thankful Thursday.
I'm your local fitness go-to girl, Fee King, the body architect, his fiance, his co-host on our Thankful Thursday segment of Fiance Files.
Yes.
He is
the money wizard.
And thank you to New Thought Media Group for giving Sekou Writes this platform to empower, inspire, educate us on the real as it pertains to money. Thank you for giving him this platform to share his journey of recovering from 2 strokes. He is not a personal trainer. He is also not a wealth advisor manager yet. However, who he is someone who has gone down the rabbit hole of money, Forex, day trading, investing from where you are. And he can also help you change your relationship with and to money.
You do that so well.
Thank you.
So well.
Thank you, babe. I appreciate you.
Anyway. I was just like trying to figure out how to segue from your right perfectness to my.
No comparison. There's no comparison.
Okay.
We don't compare ourselves to one another or other people.
All right, I share.
Hello.
Okay, so first of all, I started at 9:45 this morning. Thanks to my mom, she's like, "You gotta stop. You gotta stop doing that because I'm doing it with the stock market open, and I've been not talking about it over the past couple of days because I've been talking about my birthday, And so anyway, she was saying that I need to go ahead and focus on trading and then come back and talk to people about what happened. And so
thank you, Mama Sekou.
Yeah, thank you, Mama Sekou.
He listens to you.
And rude. And also, I was also very tired. And also, I didn't want to interrupt your thing. I was just some kind of way.
You are so considerate. I had an interview this morning that was supposed to be 20 to 25 minutes, and it actually ended up being exactly 29 minutes.
Yeah.
Therefore, Sekou decided to push the show back.
Yeah.
I appreciate that because 9:30 is a challenge for me. It's a challenge for me to go from my workouts to getting a shower, making your tea, doing all of the things to get ready for the show, making your tea, promoting that we're going to be live at 9:45. I've been missing the mark. And so here we are. Let me tell y'all why he's tired. Y'all want to know why he's tired? I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to tell all our business. He's tired because he decided on his birthday. First of all, I said to him, Sekou, if you do this, you've got to put in more mileage. You've got to drink far more water because he ate some bread, like lots of bread. This man had, first of all, he is a bootleg vegan. You are a bootleg. First of all, we're not vegans. Let me just say that we are not vegan. We're not vegetarian. We're more pescatarian.
Yeah.
Sekou has not eaten chicken, beef, pork.
I don't know how long.
I mean, probably decades, far longer than I have. I showed him a video of a yummy, delicious, salacious Philly cheese steak.
If you all have not seen the video that she posted on social media, go check out the video.
I didn't even post the Philly cheesesteak sandwich on social media because I just shared it with him. I was telling, when I lived in Baltimore and I was an Uber Eats during COVID, I happened upon a Black-owned vegan restaurant, and they did a vegan Philly cheesesteak sandwich. I was like, for real, this is vegan and real meat in here. It was so delicious. And so we've been thinking about, okay, we got to find a place like that. So I was just showing him that video for the sake of, reminder, alert, let's find a vegan Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
But then I looked him up. It's 2 blocks away from the house.
Like I can almost see them
right there
from the window.
It's right there. And so I was like, let's try it.
Let's.
They didn't have a.
I didn't. I did take a bite. I'm just saying. I took a couple bites, but I was like, I do not need a whole. Yeah. We go in there.
They did not have
They didn't have vegan.
They had chicken.
And I have to tell you, I tasted that chicken and I was like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Oh my goodness. It was so good.
But
man.
Can I tell him?
Yeah, he can tell him.
He got impregnated.
Oh, come on.
I
ain't gonna say it like that.
Because your stomach blew up. I was like, what is going on?
My stomach blew up. That's why you say it. That's how you say it.
You were pregnant.
No.
You were pregnant with the sodium.
No.
The sodium and the chicken and the cheese.
No, I had a big stomach. That's all.
Anyway, so that's why he's tired, because it takes a lot of energy to break down, to process meat.
That's probably right.
And cheese, and the bread, and the butter, and the oil. Yeah. I'm just saying, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I took 2 little bitty bites. It was good, but I said, you know what? It's just not worth it, because the body has to work so hard. So hard to break that stuff down. And so you're paying for it today. He was tired yesterday. He's tired today. And we stayed up really late last night. And we ate late last night because, tell him why.
Last night?
Yeah.
What happened last night?
Well, even in 95-degree weather, we treated ourselves to live jazz on the Hudson River. And the music was amazing. The singing, not so much.
Yeah.
I just got to keep it real. I was like, why? He should just not sing. Just play the drums. Boom, 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 and the sunset.
The sunset was amazing. It was beautiful.
Magical.
It was magical. Yeah.
And I tell you,
now from the end of that pier, went all the way out as far as you can walk on the end of this pier, and you look over to Jersey, which really
I had to look and look. What's up, Curtis? Good morning.
I had to look it up. It's only half a mile away.
All right.
Half a mile away. That's crazy.
So let me paint this picture for you. Imagine, this is so dope to me. I don't know if it's dope to people who are from New York, from New Jersey, or who lived in this region for a long time. I want to remind you and encourage you to not take it for granted. It is so beautiful to be at the end of a pier and within eyesight to look out ahead of you and see a whole other city.
A whole other state.
A whole other state,
it's like right there. It's like right there. It's incredible.
And so now Sekou writes, my fiance is looking for a way to run.
Oh no, don't tell him.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell him.
Don't tell him. I gotta keep it under wraps.
Okay, all right.
Under wraps.
So it's just so beautiful to see New Jersey, to be so close, and we looked it up.
Yeah. We
are literally half a mile.
Just half a mile.
From the state of New Jersey. From the state of New Jersey. And the sunset, I said, Sekou, the sun is supposed to set at 8:31 p.m. And it was 8:14. And it just didn't look like it was going to happen. I said, all of a sudden it got cloudy. And then the sun peeked through. It was like an opening, almost like a hole.
It was a hole
in the sky.
Like a hole in the sky.
There was a hole in the sky.
Clouds. It was beautiful.
And so we wanted to experience that. We got back home later, much later than I intended, and planned for us to eat dinner. And it's fine. However, sometimes you pay for it in the morning, and this guy is paying for it. Meaning this guy right here, he's paying for it, telling all your business.
Anyway, so let me get back to the money real quick, because this morning, during my 15 minutes, so the stock market opens at 9:30. 9:30. Yeah. So from 9:30, I I did it very quickly, but I didn't do it right.
Oh,
What's happened? What's
nothing,
happening?
nothing. Stay focused.
So anyway, I did it. I bought the the the
Stock.
I bought the stock, right? Right before it opened, right? Because I was thinking when it opens, I only have the second part to do. I gotta remember. I gotta remember. I gotta remember that I can't do that. I have to wait for it to go live. Wait for it to go live. Because if I don't, what happened is I bought it. I said, all right, buy it at this peak, right? But then it jumped past that when it went live at 9:30. It went up. And so it was going to go up, it's going up, it's going up, and it's not letting me in until it comes back down. And I was like, oh, let's just cancel it. Let's just cancel it, because if I waited, it was good. I would have been up and up and up and up.
Let me ask you this. What do you need to do? Who do you need to become in order to remember to do it that way? Now that you've switched the time of your show from 9:30 back to 9:45, and you have a 15-minute window to invest. What do you need to do or become, or both, in order to remember?
I just need to remember.
Maybe writing it down somewhere, like a note?
Yeah, actually. Oh yeah, that's right. I collected these rules, these trading rules. I gotta find these trading rules, and I should publish them. Maybe in this new book, how to
get wealthy.
Hack your wealth. Hack your wealth now. Maybe I'll put my rules in there, because I got rules. I need to look. That. I need to look at my rules. That's what I need to do.
Just like your mom says, you need to have your notes when you do your show. So here's the thing: Sekou gets a little. I don't know what it is, but he's resisting having notes and looking at notes. Resisting having notes and looking at notes. Forgetting, and his mom reminds him that the most accomplished speakers have notes. And here's a reminder: as an actor, whenever I would perform my one-woman show, I'm backstage getting ready to go on. I'm backstage doing my makeup. I have my script in hand. I'm constantly reading my script. I've been doing this show for years. I know this work. Like, I wrote it based on my life, but I still need my notes, because it's like a refresher course. And you don't want to be tied to a negative impression of yourself around needing notes. And so it's there to help you.
Yeah.
And Mama Sekou, if you're watching, I just want you to know that every morning I say to Sekou, your mom asked me to remind you to have your notes.
Yeah. And it's not that I'm openly resistant. It's that it's difficult for me to write out notes. And I don't know what happens, but I have notes, but my brain skips over the fact that I have notes.
But I remind you that you have notes.
Yeah,
and your mom
I know, but my brain, I don't know. But I try to use notes. I have them written down in my comment section, banner section, and I try to have them there. But
we're just gonna keep, instead of trying, we're just gonna keep. We're gonna start doing.
Okay. Keep doing.
Right, where my fellas at? Right, Tyrone. Mm-hmm. Right, Curtis. Curtis is a speaker and a coach, and I think Curtis can attest to confirming that, yes, great speakers, great coaches, great actors, great orators, they have notes. It's okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're here to help you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mama Sekou, I'm doing it. I'm reminding him.
Okay.
So, I have a couple questions for you now that you are a year older. You just celebrated one of 2 birthdays. My question for you is, and I don't know that I've never asked you this publicly. What advice, what tip, what suggestion would you have for someone who wants to do their best to avoid, prevent themselves from having a stroke?
Oh,
Mm,
that's not where I thought you were
I
going to
know.
go.
I know.
So honestly, I would take the advice of the doctors, because what happened to me was I went to my friend is a dentist, and I went by him to check on something in my mouth, whatever, and his uh, his assistant was like, "Your blood pressure really high." I'm like, "My blood pressure? Nah." And so he came in, he checked it too. He's like, "Yeah, your blood pressure really high." And I was like, "Hey, come on!" Like at that point, I've been running every day for 409 days. You know, like I've been doing so much physically. I had stopped drinking. I was eating right. I was vegetarian. Yeah, I was doing all the things, and I just felt like that must be some twist, some glitch. Yeah, some glitch. And so, yeah, I would have taken his advice. I would have gotten my pills. I would have taken those for a while, and I still would have started taking them immediately. Instead of, I just bought. I got some. I got some, right? Some.
Like a sample, a short,
I guess
small
a
prescription.
small prescription.
Okay.
Small prescription. I went through them, but then once I was through them, I just left it alone because I was like, that had to be just a little glitch, right? And so I just thought I'll just take it for a little bit of time, and that should reset my system, and my system will be back in flow. And given that I'm a small guy, given that I'm in shape, given that I'm doing all these things, it didn't occur to me that 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 could be a real diagnosis for me. And I would take it now. I would take that advice then, because then I would only be taking one pill. I would only be taking one pill. Now I'm taking like 5, 6 medicines. I got medicines like this.
I want to just help you. I want to correct that. You're not taking 5 medicines. You're taking 2. You only take 2, babe. And once, I think every month and a half, you take iron and vitamin C. That's not prescription.
Okay.
So you only take 2.
Okay. Still.
I promise you, because I dole out the medicine. I appreciate you saying that, Sekou, because I remember when during COVID you went to the hospital and you had a tooth situation.
Yeah.
So this tooth thing is also telling you something. We're reading a book called The Game of Life and How to Play It, written in 1925 by a woman named Florence Jen.
Yeah, she's good.
She's so good. And also, Reb Melissa has been echoing this in her theme on SIP, which is when something is coming up in your body in the form of pain. It could be in the form of hair loss, in the form of a rash, but the body is signaling us that something is going on in another area of our body, and it's showing up in the knee, in the hair, in the skin, in the tooth. Things don't just happen just because. And so you were in the hospital, and I don't remember if you reached out to me and Corby while you were in the hospital or on your way out or when you got home. I don't recall. But you asked both of us, how do I lower my blood pressure? Because I need to have a procedure. They won't do it because they said my blood pressure is high.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this blood pressure has been an issue.
Wow.
And I think sometimes, I know for myself, I'm going to speak for myself, and this might resonate with some other people, is whenever a dis-ease comes up in my body, judgment comes up for me. I'm judging myself. Like, what did I do wrong? What did I do bad? Where's there an inadequacy within me that created this? Because when my doctor told me that my blood pressure was a little high and my cholesterol, I was like, you see that look?
Your face. Your look.
I looked at him. I said, what? kind of like you.
Yeah, like me.
And
like
I
me.
said, no, sir.
Yeah, like me. Like
And he's an African doctor. He said, I know. He said, I know, Miss Fee. I know you work out every day.
Yeah.
I know you drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
He said, and you look great for your age. I was like, nobody wants to hear that, sir. He said, and you've been doing great. He said, but what happens is the chemistry of our body changes as we age, firstly. Secondly, some things in us, he's African, he's a Black African. He says some things in us don't rise to the surface until we hit a certain age. It's been lying dormant. And then that brings up an interview that you did with a woman named Lolita. Lolita Sneed is a nurse. She is extremely fit and healthy. She runs a lot. While running, Lolita had a heart attack.
Oh, right, yes.
And she had just had a physical. And everything was clear.
Yeah.
And her doctor said, this has been lying dormant in your body for years. It was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I guess, so I want to co-sign on what you're saying about listening to the doctors and being open to taking the medicine as an interim solution, so that you can start to do things differently, live your life differently, eat differently, drink more water. That's a big thing with Sekou and I. I feel like I'm the water monitor. I am the water monitor. But when my doctor said that to me, I resisted. And I said, I'm going to come back in 30 days. These numbers are going to be different. I went back in 30 days. He said, nope. He said, Miss King, he said, I know you think that you've done something wrong. That's what he said to me. He said, and you haven't. He said, some of us are predisposed. He said, and here's a good thing. He said, you've done amazing up until this point. Like, he said, some people, us, have high blood pressure issues in our 20s, in our 30s, in our 40s. He says so, and I still resisted it. So I had to go back. By the 90th day, he said to me, if you don't do something about this right now, you could have a stroke. Wow. He had no idea that you had just had a stroke.
Wow.
That is the only reason I said yes. Okay. Yeah. I said, okay, this is real. Because again, the word stroke, heart attack, diabetes it doesn't even sound right rolling off my tongue.
No, it does not.
And so we've got to demystify who is eligible for all of these things, because any of us could be eligible for these things. Yeah. And we've got to listen to our bodies first and then the doctors. Listen to our bodies first, because there have been signs. I have a cousin, and I'm actually going to reach out to him today and ask him if he will share his story with me, because I think he might be good for your show. Okay. When he was in his 30s, and again, I don't have the story fully, but this is what I believe happened, or what I heard happen. He was on high blood pressure medicine, and I think he lost his job, so he lost his insurance, and he just stopped taking the medicine, because that's what we do, right? We're like, okay, I'll take it for a minute, and then I'll just stop. Right. And he stopped, and he was at the gym lifting weights, and something horrific happened. I don't know what it was, but it put him in the hospital for a long time. Wow. And they say he almost died. Wow. And so I'm going to reach out to him today and ask him to share that story with me, so I have more information and more knowledge for myself and for our audience. So thank you for answering that question, because so Sekou's suggestion to you is, if you want to prevent a stroke, listen to your doctor. And then I want to add, go to the doctor. Yeah. Right?
Even when you get it, as an aside, because I was checking on something, my dentist friend, like I wasn't intending to go for a checkup, but they gave me the information. So get the information. When you get it, treat it well. Feel well. Yeah.
Treat it seriously.
Treat it seriously.
Yeah. Don't be scared. It's it's not like we're implanting fear. It's more knowledge and you being aware of what's going on with your body and in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did anybody else say anything? Because I want to know if they responded to that.
Responded to the medicine news? No. Curtis and Tyrone. No. Tyrone did call you a bootleg vegan.
Rude. Rude.
Oh my goodness. You got anything else? Because I do.
No, we got time now.
No, we have 20. We have.
We started at 9:45, so 10:15.
Oh,
yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. We have 2 minutes.
You want to go for it?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
A lot of times I don't learn things about this guy until we're on the show together or he's doing his show.
And vice versa.
Oh, no, you didn't. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I learned something so magical yesterday. So beautiful.
What?
Sekou has a neighbor. And I really like his neighbor a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember the day that he and this neighbor were talking about now our wealth advisor.
Yeah.
At Charles Schwab.
The man.
I remember Sekou saying to his neighbor, man, you got to go and see Chris Bygrave. You've got to. He's right up the street. And his neighbor was like, yeah. Okay, man, I will. That's it. I haven't thought about it. And I know a lot of people will say, yeah, I will. I learned yesterday that this neighbor had come into some money, not for sure how, it was about $8,000. And Sekou, it was a sense of urgency. Sekou got real passionate and loud. And he said, you cannot leave that money in a savings account. It's not going to grow. And this neighbor actually listened. He called Chris Bygrave, made an appointment, went up to Charles Schwab. Several months later, he showed the app to Sekou. And this man's money has doubled in less than 6 months.
Yep.
And it doubled because he listened.
Yeah.
And he believed.
Yeah.
I want to give you your flowers now.
My flowers. My flowers.
I'm gonna give you the money tree.
The money tree.
Sekou, good job.
Thank you.
Good job for not holding your tongue and really caring about people and caring about yourself, because you're an example of the transformation that one can make in their finances if they're simply coachable. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to worry about the how.
Yeah.
Just know that the way that you're doing it, unless you are investing, the way that you're doing it is not going to yield financial freedom, time freedom, or wealth. That's all I got. I'm your local fitness go-to, Opie King, the body architect.
And I am the money wizard. And I'm going to be showing the clips of the testimonials that you did.
Yes.
I'm going to show that. Yeah.
Yes. And stay tuned. This coming next Monday, we will be facilitating our first 21-day Manifest That Money Challenge Awakening. So stay tuned for that.
All right, folks.
All right, y'all. Late.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the thing?
Now
is better than perfect.
Do it right now. It's better than perfect.
I share. See you later.
Peace.